conference with the most teams in the tournament. They have a projected 7
the
teams.
Big Ten?
Big Ten, yeah.
No, but I don't mean down in the essence of they got enough teams. They don't have enough. Their top end teams aren't like the top end teams of Kansas or North Carolina. You know, you go to the ACC, you have Carolina, Duke, and there's one more that's real strong this year.
Florida State.
Florida State. They're really strong. You go to the SEC, Kentucky. I think even Florida's a top 25 team again this year. They have some strong top teams. And when you look at the Big Ten, Illinois was projected to be a top 25 team all year, and they fell right off.
Yeah, talk about disappointment. I just think about this. Yeah, the seventh team in the Big Ten projected right now is Northwestern. The only way Illinois can possibly even get in the tournament is if they win the Big Ten championship. And if they win the Big Ten championship, do they possibly knock out Northwestern?
Yeah. I don't think – is Northwestern – you think Northwestern's going to get in?
They haven't projected. I think this is one of those years. Yes.
You think they'll finally get in for the first time in their history?
They haven't projected.
It's easy to keep Northwestern out. That's all I'm saying.
I know it's always easy, but I think this is one of those years when you have a player like Scherna.
Who's a pro player?
Is a pro player.
He's a pro player. I'm not saying he's a good pro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's a pro player.
I mean, you got to ride him. I mean, do I agree Northwestern should be in? No, because, I mean, look at their non-conference schedule. This is my thing. Let's go back to this whole number one thing. I think a Carolina actually would deserve a number one
look at who they played.
Over Kansas because their schedule is a lot harder than Kansas.
But the issue is, did you win your conference? That's why it's so hard to do that because you have to win your conference or Kansas has to be that bad. Kansas just came back and beat Missouri after being down 18 on the road.
Yeah, I mean, this is now – if North Carolina didn't choke in the last, 8 minutes of the game.
4 minutes. They were up 10 in the last 4 minutes of the game against Duke.
At home.
At home. But my problem – that's your problem with North Carolina. Who has the heart to finish the game? Harrison Barnes, every time I see him, I just think Vince Carter. He can do anything he wants on a basketball court, but he just doesn't want to do it. He doesn't. Once he gets his 20, he's satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think, you know what? Harrison Barnes has a clutch genius. He has a heart. I don't like Ty Zeller. To me, he's not clutch enough. He's not a big man. Like, to me, Ty Zeller is just like Illinois' Myers Leonard.
Oh,
like, I'm not discriminating.
That's a good comparison.
I'm not
no, it's a really good comparison.
I'm not discriminating them because, you know, they're Caucasian or whatever, but it's just like when I'm watching Illinois this year.
That's okay. They're just Eric Montrose all over again.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at
they're in the league. They will be in the league.
You know, I you know what? As far as Myers Leonard,
he'll be in the league. You know he's going at the end of the first round.
I know he's projected as a top 13 or whatever. I don't even see him having a good NBA career because I just think, you know what?
But all we're saying is we'll be in the league. We can't say anything about their career until they get in.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, in the league, I don't know if I can actually say Myers Leonard will be in there because, yes, he may be drafted or whatever, but after the first year, let's see if he's still on the NBA roster because he could be like another James Augustine. Yeah, he was drafted by the Magic or whatever.
Or that kid that got drafted, Alexander, who the Bucks drafted.
Yeah.
Who had that huge NCAA tournament and
didn't
do anything. Cup of coffee.
Then they get signed to the D League, and next thing you know, they're overseas playing basketball.
Hakeem Thabit.
Yeah. Like, my thing with okay, so we got our number one seed. Like, who do you think the 4 number one seeds should be right now in college basketball?
Kansas, Duke. I would honestly consider North Carolina and Kentucky.
So you don't have Syracuse as a number one seed?
Syracuse will end up getting it. My problem with Syracuse is all the statistics say they deserve it, but when I watch them play, I just don't feel they're a number one seed.
See, I think I don't agree they're going to get, but I think they're going to get. Syracuse is going to be the Pittsburgh this year.
You're going to get dogged. They're going to get dogged. Yeah. That's basically what you're saying because Pittsburgh always got dogged.
I'm not confident. Like, okay, once betting starts, I'm so betting against the Big East this year. It's not even funny. Of
course. You know, the one team in the Big East I do see that can make a run is Louisville. Though.
Wrong.
I think Louisville can make a run.
No, I'm not. I don't trust them.
No, I'm not saying I trust them. I'm just saying they can make a run.
I don't. You know what? I don't trust them. You know what?
Hey, any Rick Pitino team, I don't count out.
They lost to Murray State last year.
Murray State's a top 20 team this year now.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though.
What about Murray State? Does Murray State get a top 3 seed?
No.
Wow.
Because if they're gonna, here's my thing. Yes, they won bracket buster. They beat I think St. Mary's it was during bracket buster weekend. Yeah. Their schedule is horrible. Number one, they play nobody in the non-conference. The only good team that they played in non-conference was Memphis.
Memphis is okay.
Yeah, exactly. Number 2, Ohio Valley Conference. Enough said. That's a weak conference. No way. I just think Murray State can be ranked number 12 or 13 at the end of the season, even if they win their conference.
They'll end up being a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, they should be a 5 or 6 because prove to me you could beat a big squad.
What about San Diego State?
San Diego State, if they do get in,
I think they're in right now.
I think I look at them between a 7 and a 9 seed.
But no, can they do what they did last year and make a run?
No,
they're
missing. I don't know. No, last year's squad had a lot of seniors on it last year.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying they can make a run because they've been in the top 25 in and out all year.
Yeah, because you have the fact remember past couple of years. Well, I almost should say a decade. It was always Gonzaga was a team in the Western Coast Conference.
Yeah, John Stockton's alma mater.
And now, what happened to Gonzaga? It's like,
it just goes. It fluctuates. You'll be in for 10, 8, 9. It's hard for a mid-major to consistently be good.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, okay, I think, Gonzaga, I don't even know if they're going to be in. They might be in, but.
Well, they'll probably win their conference tournament.
Yeah, here's my thing. I don't buy the WCC. This year, as far as betting-wise and filling out the bracket, I'm going against those two teams. I was talking to my friend today. Big 12, now it's kind of scary right now.
Texas looks nice.
No. I don't like them. This is the thing with the Big 12.
You just don't like anything in Texas outside of the Cowboys.
No, I like that long. I just don't think they're good. The problem is this though. Okay, of course we have Kansas, right?
Missouri.
You have Missouri. My friend brought up another team. It's actually a sleeper team. They could possibly do some damage in the first couple rounds.
Give me the team. You've been teasing me here.
Baylor.
Oh yeah, Baylor's nice. Baylor is very nice. But are they just too young?
See, that's the thing. It all comes when the bracket time comes.
Who's their matchup?
Exactly.
Because you know what? Baylor might get screwed. Because that looks like the typical, it's Baylor. We'll just throw them against one of the heavy dogs in the second or third round. Yeah. Like they used to do to Pittsburgh and to Syracuse with it for a couple of years. They'd throw them against there was one year I remember Washington and Illinois playing in the second round with Brandon Roy against D. Brown. I was like, why are they playing the second round? That was a Sweet 16 waiting to happen.
I got mad at that matchup, by the way. That was a good matchup, but it was one of those like.
Why is it in the second round? That's what you're thinking.
Exactly, But my thing,
why couldn't Duke or North Carolina end up with Washington?
Well, North Carolina ended up with Washington State and Washington before.
Yeah, but on a consistent basis, you see if you're not a top tier team, a top tier program, they get the teams they're supposed to beat, the Northern Iowas, the Richmond.
I disagree. If you look at the past 5 years of history, because it goes back to what you said earlier about NCAA favoring Duke, which they always do. North Carolina has always had a harder second and third round.
No, I'm not talking about North Carolina. I'm just talking about in general. Big major schools.
Well, I know what you're talking about, but that's what I think. I could possibly see one of those, like a Baylor or whatever, possibly be paired up with a North Carolina or
in the
Missouri.
Sweet 16?
Yeah, because they always do that to North Carolina.
North Carolina always gets the rough stick. North Carolina and Kentucky get the rough sticks.
Yeah, and then my thing
because they always have the most talented teams. In the last 5 years, outside of maybe UConn, North Carolina and Kentucky have had the heavyweight pros on their teams.
I agree. So the Big East, I'm sorry, not Big East, the Big 12, you have those three teams. Those are three teams I like right now. I was discussing with my friend. He convinced me with the Baylor, so I said, you know what? You're possibly right with that. That is a sleeper team right now in the Big 12 that can possibly do some damage. Now let's look at the Big 10 right now.
Michigan State, and that's it. It's the only team I see that can make a real run.
You don't buy Ohio State?
Ohio State was number 1 earlier this year,
yeah.
And they've continued to fall down in the rankings.
They continue to fall down, but they're still in the top 15 though.
But you were number 1. and you're down to 15.
Well,
That's 14 slots.
Carolina's down like to 8 now, and they were number 1 as well.
They're still in the top 10. We're talking about 7 more slots. We're talking about going from a number 2 seed to possibly number 3 or 4 seed. That's big now.
Here's my thing with these number 1 seeds. Okay, no, I'll say that. I'll wait till after we go through the conferences away. So, okay, I like Michigan State because you know what? They always play. It's Tom Izzo, number 1 as a coach.
They're going to play hard.
They're going to play hard. They actually disappointed me last year. I thought they would have beat Florida. When they lost to Florida last year, I got kind of mad about that because they were down by 20
But Donovan always makes.
Yeah.
He has strong teams. Okay. Donovan he's in that coaching rank that, you know, when it comes to college basketball is more about coaches than about players. You can start flipping coins because they say things. I don't know what they say in those locker rooms, but some teams just come out more fired up than others.
I agree. Here's a conference we haven't talked about real quick before we go to the East. You know what I'm saying? We kind of went to the Midwest, but I forgot the one conference in the West. Pac-10 or Pac-12, wherever the hell they want to call themselves these days.
Pac-30.
You know? Is there really even a threat out the Pac-12 or no?
Let me think.
I don't even know they have a team ranked in the top 25 right now.
They might have one. I don't think USC is. But
I mean, it's not.
Do they have any marquee players?
They don't. I mean, Arizona's not ranked. Washington's not ranked. Washington State's not ranked. UCLA isn't ranked. USC isn't. I don't think they have.
Hey, Pete Diddy's son's going to UCLA.
Yeah, whatever. It's like Master P's son who's going to USC. Hey, by the way, I was watching TV. How is his son promoting it like some weird college or whatever? I'm like, okay, hold on.
Oh yeah,
weren't you at USC? Like now you're promoting some UILLC, whatever the hell that school is called. You know, no.
But you know what happens? You know these guys. Hey, he's trying to make a buck. Don't get mad at him for trying to make a buck.
Exactly. My thing is, okay, let's go to the Pac-12. No, I don't see nobody out there.
Oh, what about one team we haven't talked about at all is Wisconsin.
No.
That's another top 15 team again.
No. They're top 15 right now?
They're the 15th team.
No. You know what, my friend, I had them last year going deep, but I'm finally convinced, you know what, Wisconsin's one of those schools, within the first 3 rounds, they're going to be eliminated. They're not really a threat.
Wow.
I don't see it this year because I'll still talk about that, you know, eventually. Okay. SEC, we can agree. What's Kentucky? No other threat. ACC.
SEC, SEC, I always give Billy Donovan a shot. I'll never sit here and say Florida can't win.
You give him a shot?
Yeah, because he always finds a way. He's taken them to 3 Final Fours. And he always gets them at least to the Sweet 16.
I agree.
So you got to give Billy Donovan basically a shooter's chance.
I agree.
That's a team that I'm not saying they will make a run, but it wouldn't surprise me. Because they're kind of like Michigan State of the SEC. Once they get in, you don't know what's going to happen.
I agree. I just, you know what? I don't give them a puncher's chance. I just think it's Kentucky, whatever with the rest. ACC.
What about Marquette?
Well, no, we'll get to the Big East finally at the last thing. The ACC, you have Duke, Carolina, Florida State.
You know what's one team we haven't talked about? We haven't even touched? Michigan.
No. I'm gonna trust me. I'm going to get to that eventually. So,
but we were on the Midwest. What's wrong with Michigan? Tim Hardaway's son. He can ball.
Because I'm gonna give you the answer to that when we finally go through. And when we finish these conferences, I'm going to give you the answer why I'm going to eliminate some of these teams.
Well, let's go to break.
No, we got to finish ACC.
ACC. Oh, I thought we were going to come back to it. All right, then let's continue with it then.
ACC.
ACC.